All right, CSS battle time, and we have a calendar, a reminder card. It's definitely iOS. I don't know. Man, a lot of colors on this one. It's pretty cool. I don't think gradients is going to be the option because each one's a different color. Um, so a variable wouldn't work unless you had different elements in it, or yeah, that would just get way too complicated. It's not worth it at that point. A box shadow is going to be the move on these, especially since you can have the same border radius, I bet, on something this size as these. And then I think that we could do a box shadow on these as well. Like just make this one element and then do the red and the green box shadows. So, because we could do multiples of each box shadow to make the line. Man. Yeah, gradients just won't work. Borders won't work because of the multiple colors. Let's just do the box shadows. Let's chase that route down. Um, Man, I wish I could make each box shadow like the same. I feel like it could. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do. I don't think I'm gonna get too fancy. I don't have a lot of time tonight to get real fancy and try to reduce this down a lot. So I'm going to start out just um, HTML is getting the light green, body's getting the dark green, and then getting styled. I'm not going to try to condense that into one element. Even though we're using box shadow, it probably would work. I think I'm going to need the option of removing border radius with font on the last element for those square, because it's going to be those square tabs. This will be the same border radius, and then we take it off on the last one. Let's just margin this down and then fix our border radius. Okay, 60 on the top and bottom and 70 on the sides, and we need a higher border radius. I bet you it's like 20 pixels. Yeah. Okay. So 20 pixels. Now we could do a star plus star, and this would probably select the first paragraph. No, it's going to select the second paragraph tag, I think, with the border radius. So let's put them in P and P, and let's just see what we get. Let's give them a height of 20 pixels. Ooh, they don't have any different background yet, so let's go background. Oops. Round. And let's make them yellow. They can share that background. Okay, we do have that. The first paragraph tag, which is stuck up at the very top because of margin collapse, is square. And then the second one is orange because we're saying anything that has an adjacent sibling of anything. And so the way these are collapsing without closing tags, that's what we're turn off the slide to compare so we can actually point at it. That's what's happening. So this one doesn't meet that stipulation, but the second paragraph tag, because watch, if we do plus P, let's give it an outline of 2 pixels solid. We can sort of see that. Let's turn it up. 5. Yeah. So we can see it's the second paragraph tag that's still getting the border radius. So I like that. Let's make that, keep that going. We're gonna have to style all of this. So we're gonna have to flip-flop them with the margins. That's gonna be a challenge. I might do position fix just for. Let's just try. Let's just see how much effort this is gonna take. We're gonna need a period here. There we go. Let's margin this one into place. Let's say 50 on the top. Hasn't moved. Okay, there we go. And it's going all right. It's moving the second one up above it without things changing. On the right, we're going to want 0. On the bottom, we can hit 0 because it has a set height, so it doesn't matter. And then like 100, 50, 60, 70. And actually on the right, we want 10. All right, good. The second paragraph, let's see if we can get it positioned without breaking everything. We've broken everything. Okay, negative 60. Let's put bottom margin on this, see if that fixes it. Yes, it does. Okay, all right. Not too bad, actually. Right is going to be like 200, and bottom we can hit, nope, we can't hit 0, 100. Negative 10, 50, 60. Interesting. It's curious how, where'd it go though? It's straight up gone. Okay. I was looking at the diff wrong, I think. Oh, I see why it's gone. It's gone because of our left-right margin. Let's hit 0. Let's get 20. Oh, that's not bad. I think we can make this work. All right. So this was like negative 60. Brilliant. I think I'm getting better at this. Just marginally. I didn't used to be very good at that. Now our box shadows are all different. We don't have to get rid of border radius. That's good. Height is 20 pixels. That's fine. Those are all reducible. All right, let's just box shadow it up. Let's do this one. Thankfully, these don't change positioning at all, so it makes life a lot easier. Wow, I cannot type. This is our square, so we're gonna go 0 and 40. No, let's say 30 pixels. Oh, we gotta do 2 for each one. All right, and it's gonna be red. Ooh, that's... I didn't think this through. That is a very fatal flaw in these, having to do 2 and declare the color twice. I save one character by declaring the color value when you declare it twice, but I can't change that, so it's worth it for one of these, but I'm gonna have to do it for 2. I can't shrink the big one, you know, I can't do the big one and then move it over. It'll because the boundaries. Oh well. You know what? At this point, I'm committed. It was a bad idea. Don't do what I did. That easy. Very easy. Okay. 30 pixels, but we need to actually be like negative 20 pixels. 40. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be a way to duplicate these better because that's going to kill my character count by a huge amount. Alright, 0. Oops, that's not where I want to be. 0, 60 pixels. Yep. And then, comma, 0. What am I doing? It's not going to be 0. It's going to be negative like 30. Negative 80. Okay, at least we got it with with both of those. Let's do the color of the green one, just because that's where we're at. All right. This is where I think maybe doing a box shadow up here like condensing the body. With a big, like the HTML could be this, and then I could make the body changes the margins on everything. I'm not gonna bother. This is already a bad solution. No sense trying to make it better. Well, would you look at that? They're not in the right order, but that is the same spacing. All right, let's write our other box shadow. Let's just write it. It's going to be -20 pixels. And we are doing 30 pixels. There we go. And then we're going to do 30 pixels, 0. And red. 3 and 3. Oh well. Let's hit submit. Let's see if it accepts this. It might not like it. It likes it. Alright, good enough. That's what I got for tonight. I gotta get some sleep. I should fix some of these pixel values. There's so many. Alright. 32Q. Let's test it, and then I'll change all the rest and test it. There's only a few. Still happy. Alright. 32, 32, and 32. Alright. What is 60 pixels? Is that 5 PC? Nope. Nope. 63Q. And this is just going to be painful Q values for the rest of this, so just skip it. You know, don't watch this. Yeah, nothing clever today. Maybe I should have chased like doing conic gradients. I don't have time for that. .9, I think it's the 80. That looks a lot better. Alright, then we just have a couple 20 pixel ones. Nope, still 99.9. Okay. I won't fight you. We can stay friends. It's all good. It is. Yeah, see? Yeah, that was. Alright, let's get these done. Okay. Let's just minify. I know the 5VW is okay. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. I don't know. Because of the different order of colors, I don't see how these could be repeated here. Like how you know, you have to declare them separately. I mean, I could make all these with different radial gradients, and then maybe there's a way to variabilize them so that you can just like line them out with just another var and then just change the one part of it that you need to change, but the color's in the middle. So that's useful when you have the radial gradient that's the same, and then you change the positioning on the end. But I can't think of a way to do it in the middle. So 267 is what I got for this. This is a fun one. I like this design. Like, I like it a lot better. I was looking at it, it just had the thought of like maybe flex or grid because it's a much more kind of standardized kind of design. It would have been useful, but I don't think so. All right, hope you're having fun. I'll catch you later. Bye.